Well, hey there, folks. Welcome to Fishing Holler. My name is Tom, and today we are out in the beautiful, beautiful woods of southeastern Pennsylvania. We're here beside this lovely stream. I've got my fishing rod with me. I've got something special in the backpack to cook for lunch. But before we get to any of that, we are on a shed hunting mission this morning. We're going to be walking these woods. This is a beautiful kind of patchy habitat here. There's agriculture mixed with nice patches of woods with some dense brush and undercover where these deer love to bed. So I'm hoping we can stumble upon our first shed of the year, and then we're going to come back to this spot here, start up a little fire by the stream, and cook ourselves a beautiful meal over the open fire. So stay tuned for that. So without any further ado, I'm going to leave my rod here and a couple pieces of cooking gear I have, and then jump right in the woods and see what we can find. Well, there's our first bone of the day. Some leg bones. Looks like there's the rest of it. Nice little deer carcass. The fox has got all of that one. There's a lot of fairly busy roads around these woods that I'm hunting today, so you do see a lot of carcasses, primarily from roadkill. At least that's my best guess. I'd certainly say they're using this area to cross the creek a good bit. What are the odds we can find one in the creek? Ooh, that's on my list. That's a goal of mine, find a creek find. That would be sweet. Never found one in the water. Looks like maybe a vulture or something got torn apart in there. Quite the grave. I am fortunate enough to be hunting private property today, so I don't have to worry too much about other people finding these sheds. I think I'm the only one, should be the only one who's here, but I do need to find them before the squirrels do and the mice do, because they will put a hurting on them on this property. It can be really good shed hunting here sometimes, and then there's years like last year where I found none. But I have seen a lot of deer on the property this year, a lot of bucks, so I'm hopeful that there might be some sheds hanging around somewhere here, and I think I might actually see one right now. Let's go see. It might just be a white stick. I don't think it's a shed. My eyes have deceived me. You ready? You ready for the big reveal? Yeah, a stick. Woo! Of course, now that I'm down here by the stream, I gotta flip a switch in my brain, make myself look down at the rocks for artifacts. I have found several nice arrowheads in this little stream. There's a lot found in that field to the left of us now. So it's hard to like tell your brain, okay, don't just look for bone, look for a rock. You gotta kind of look in completely different ways and areas, so you can't really do both at the same time. You gotta kind of switch on and off. At least for me, I do. Out of curiosity, the day is so warm I had to flip the log, and sure enough, I don't know if you guys can see that right down there, it's an eastern redback salamander. Look at that beauty. He's cold, but he's probably happy to have some warm weather. Beautiful little salamander. I don't want to handle him too much and mess up his slime coat. So we're gonna put him back. First, let's put our log back down. Always put your log back down first, and then let your salamander slither away, or your snake, or whatever you find. That way you don't accidentally crush them. Cool, that was a neat little find. More bones. It's not the kind that we want. Not the kind of bone that they're supposed to shed. They're pretty small. I guess they're from either a fawn or another critter. I don't know. Fox bones, maybe? Any bone experts out there will have to let me know. Well, that was kind of sort of a bust, unfortunately. It was a nice walk through the woods anyhow. I got stabbed by about 1,000 thorns, but that's all part of the fun, isn't it? So I think it's time. I'm pretty darn hungry. I think it's time for a little kitchen holler intermission. We're gonna get the fire going here, and while we're cooking, maybe make a few casts into the creek here, see if we can't find any trout hanging around, or maybe some more of our creek chub friends. You never do know. Oh boy. I think we'll start our fire right on the little sandbar behind me, stream side and everything. It's like a fine dining experience here today. This stuff will make fine tinder, because we're not doing anything too fancy to start our fire today. We have a lighter, although the lighter is not fully functional. It's out of juice, so we will be getting a little bit creative. Tinder! No, not that kind of tinder. Dig ourselves a little pit here. Looks good. Back into the woods. No shortage of firewood around here. It's been fairly dry the past couple days, so we don't have to worry about things being too wet. And I do have a little trick up my sleeve today, so we don't need to go too crazy. Whoa! Stepped in some sinking sand. Oh no! That was good tinder right there. Chucked it in the creek on accident. Do not take this as an instructional guide for starting a bush fire, because like I said, I got a little trick up my sleeve today. We're gonna be using a little bit of propellant. So I'm not going too hardcore with the tinder today, the smaller sticks. We're putting some more generous sized sticks on there, and it's gonna work out just fine. At least I hope. If it's not, I will be embarrassed, but almost as embarrassing as it is to not find a shed on your home turf too, where you know the property and you know the deer. Ugh. So, when you're a nerd like me, you can have a bug collection. And if you have a bug collection, my bug collection includes aquatic and terrestrial bugs. You need something to preserve critters in. So either ethanol or isopropyl alcohol is a fantastic way to do that. So I learned this little trick when I broke down on top of the mountain up in the middle of Pennsylvania when my buddy Andrew's Jeep broke down. We just poured a little ethanol over our tinder. You might as well use the whole thing. Take your lighter. May not be working. This one, all we have is spark, but that's all we should need today. Get up in there. Whoo! And she goes off just like that, baby. Now that ethanol will burn quick, so make sure you got plenty of tinder nearby. But like I said, it helps you from needing that real fine stuff, especially if you don't have a flame. If you only have a spark, that ethanol just takes off right away. We're gonna let that cook down a little bit, get a little more bigger stuff, or break up this bigger stuff, and do a little fishing too, I think. Oh no, we gotta get a couple sticks. We need three nice sticks that are like green. 2 of them need forks. So let's go get some sticks. Come here, you. There we go. Need to get myself a proper bushcrafting knife. If anyone out there has any recommendations, let me know. All right, guess we'll sharpen up this end a little bit. Just a little. Doesn't need to be super sharp on that one, because it's just getting stuck in the ground like that. All right, now we need a nice straight one. A nice straight, clean one. And thin as well would be good. Might be the one. It attacked me, but I got it. Yeah, we'll trim that one down there. Beautiful. I'm gonna shave this all the way down, but let's go check on the fire first. Oh yeah, she's looking beautiful. Let's get a few more bigger sticks on there. These bigger sticks are a little wet, so they're gonna take a little longer to cook down. Cook down? I guess we're not cooking the wood, we're burning it. Let's go fishing. Got a leaf! Woohoo! Boop. Or the bank just gave way beneath me. Should I be worried? Probably. How are there no fish here? What is wrong with this world? Well, we better go care for our fire. I see it smoldering back there. Hi. Got some firewood. Just gonna kind of drag it along behind me. Ought to do the trick. Oh, my fire looks pathetic. Whew, yeah, it's hot. Oh, I'm gonna use this as a stool. Yeah. Well, I suppose it's time we reveal our meal. Obviously, these guys are gonna be used as a sort of skewered system there, a rotisserie, if you will. Of course, I will be the rotator. We got ourselves a beautiful venison tenderloin that's been marinating in some Italian dressing, some hot pepper flakes, some garlic, and a little salt and pepper. I pulled this thing out of the freezer yesterday, put it in the fridge. So this morning it was still partially frozen, which was perfect because I could throw it in my backpack and keep it in my backpack most of the day without having to worry about it go bad. It just defrosted the rest of the way. Still nice and cold. We are gonna skewer it on our beautiful little stick here. Put it between our two little Y sticks there. And we are gonna have ourselves a tenderloin feast. I'm gonna be impatient here and not wait for a good hot bed of coals. I'm just gonna cook right over the flame because you can cook tenderloin nice and hot and it's not gonna hurt it. Nice and hot and fast, you know. You don't want it anything over medium rare, that's for sure. How's that looking? It's looking pretty good right there. Take our tenderloin. And I've never actually cooked it this way before, but I am gonna just skewer it on here. Kind of weave it back and forth onto this stick here. A couple times, make sure we don't lose it, because we certainly don't want that thing falling off. Oh. Now, come on. That looks delicious. We're gonna put it right over the fire here. We got most of that smoke is gone now, which is good. Things are cooking nice and hot. We're gonna throw her on nice and hot and quick and see if we can't get a perfect medium rare on this thing. Rotisserie style. Singed my beard a little trying to get a thumbnail. Whew. Gotta be careful there. I got no problem with the flames coming up and licking that. I wouldn't mind it being kind of seared on the outside. Uh-oh, GoPro almost caught on fire. Whew, are you guys okay? That was close. The wind changed directions and the dead cat just started sizzling. That's no good. You know what is good though? Look at that beauty. Come on now. That's gonna be delicious. Kind of looks like a tongue. Looks like a cow tongue. Our sticks are working out perfectly. Some nice green box elder. Beautiful. Ooh, we got her charred on that one side. I think my fire's a little hotter than I'd like it to be right now. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna do her hot dog style now. Get it away from the heat a little bit. I don't want to char it too bad. Tenderloins roasting on the open fire. You know what? I'm just gonna get rid of some heat. The beauty of doing this by the creek. Whew. Frankly, I think that might be done. All right, I think I'm gonna call it. I think that is plenty done. Well, here we are, folks, with another delicious, look at that, kitchen holler. This was quite the primal kitchen holler. We're just doing a slab of meat on a stick, but come on. You can't go wrong with that when you're walking through the woods all day, looking for antlers. A piece of venison like this just goes so perfectly with it. Too bad we didn't catch a fish to go with it too, but that's all right. I'm gonna dig in. Oh my goodness. I wish y'all could taste this. It's actually a little overcooked, but that's okay. It's so good. The middle's perfect, just the end was a little overcooked. Look at that, just perfectly pink there in the middle. Glisteningly glazed, caramelized marinade on it there. That's why I like putting it in that Ken's Italian dressing, because it gives that little glaze on it if you're cooking over a fire. It can be a mess when you're doing it in a pan. I don't suggest marinating if you're doing it in a pan, but over the fire, perfect. Well, gang, I'm already about done. Thanks for joining me on this one. I think that's going to be about it for the day. I'm going to chill out here by the fire for a few minutes. Then push all this into the creek so we don't have any hazards going on. Then I'm gonna head home and start editing this one up because I'm gonna be out of town the next couple days. I'm gonna be up with our good buddy Cody, and we got some fun things planned for this weekend as well as next weekend. So stick around and stay tuned for that because we're gonna be back on the bay, I think, and that's gonna be a blast. Giant striped bass. That's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much for watching this one. If you have any thoughts or comments or questions, please leave them down below. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up for me. And if you really enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe because there are lots more videos like this to come and a whole bunch that I've already filmed that you can go and enjoy at your leisure. Thanks again for watching this one. We'll see you in the next one. And always remember, nothing like meat on a stick. This is what life's all about, man. Getting outside, fellowship with nature, enjoy the great outdoors, see what you can find in the woods, cook yourself a meal over the open fire. Holy cow, that was incredible. Get out there and enjoy it. Don't let it pass you by.